Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video we are talking about Echeveria dark eyes. Extremely easy to take care. This is one of the succulent that was added in my collection when I initially started collecting succulents, and it has been a very easy to take care succulent. So I'm going to be adding this on the level of easy, especially for beginners. If you are looking out for a succulent that has this beautiful color, then this is one of the Echeveria that you can add in your collection. Now this is not in its proper color right now, it's not stressed, but it tends to look very beautiful when it is stressed, because as the name suggests, dark eyes, it tends to have a very dark color, slightly burgundy dark color. That's what I can say. I will try to find a picture of it if I tend to find it on my Instagram. I'm not very sure if I have a picture, but in case if I find it, I will put it up on the screen. It's an extremely easy to take care succulent. You just have to give the basic care requirements, which is the soil has to be loose, porous and well draining. Ensure that you water it completely when the soil is bone dry. Do not water it like only on the surface and leave it aside. I know a lot of people are doing this. Now I understand why they're doing it, because they're scared that they are going to overwater your succulent. But in the process of having the fear of overwatering your succulent, you are also harming your succulent, because even though succulents do not need a lot of water, but time and again whenever the soil tends to dry, they want to have a quick drink. So if you're just going to water on the surface, the soil on the surface tends to dry very quickly, and it is not going to provide any water to the roots, and then slowly the roots are going to dry out. So in the fear of overwatering, you are going to kill your succulent by underwatering. So ensure that you give it a good amount of water whenever the soil is completely bone dry. Again, talking about watering, if you're afraid that you might overwater your succulent, then look out for the signs at the lower leaves. You'll find a lot of wrinkles, which indicates that the succulent needs water. This guy over here is completely hydrated, so I definitely do not need to water it whenever the soil is going to be dry, or whenever I tend to see that there are wrinkles on the lower leaves, I will go ahead and water it. Another important thing, a lot of people also panic with drying out of the leaves. It's absolutely normal for the lower leaves. Probably in a week or probably in 2 weeks, you might have 1 or 2 dry leaves at the bottom of the succulent, the lower leaves, which is absolutely normal for a succulent to do. When you have an older succulent, it will drop the leaves, the lower leaves, they will dry out. Even when you purchase a new succulent and the succulent is getting adjusted to the new environment, it will again drop a couple of the lower leaves, like probably 2 or 3. But the issue is when it starts dropping leaves either from the crown area or from the mid area, then that is a cause of concern. But if it's the lower leaves, then there is not much of an issue you should be worried about. Talking about dormancy, it is an Echeveria, so it is going to go dormant during the winters, and very soon summers are going to be its growing period. It is going to have a good amount of growth. If you are into creating new succulents by propagating leaves, then this is the right time. You can take out some leaves and propagate your dark eyes. It's a very easy to grow succulent. Aphids and mealybugs will attack when there is a bloom stalk. As you can see over here, I will chop it off very soon. I do not like to keep blooms and invite those uninvited guests on my succulents, so I'm going to get rid of the bloom stalk very soon. So usually this does not get affected with mealybugs, but some people do have issues. Again, there are various reasons why a succulent might get affected with mealybugs or any kind of pest. Probably there is too much of organic matter in your soil, or probably the succulent is getting a little weak. That is when a lot of times the succulents do get affected with fungus, with mold, with aphids, with mealybugs. Well, aphids usually do not attack succulents directly. They only tend to attack the bloom stalk or the flowers. Aphids, you will not find much aphids inside the succulent. Mealybugs are the ones that you are going to frequently see on your succulents. Talking about fertilizers, only during the growing season, which is the summer season, I do not add any fertilizers. You can see it's doing absolutely good. There's a bloom as well. Initially I thought that I do not get blooms probably because I do not add fertilizers, but of late I have seen that my succulents are blooming without any fertilizers in the soil as well. So for me, I have to be even more careful because I do not have any fertilizers or nutrients in the soil apart from my regular soil, which does contain a minimum amount of natural fertilizers. So if I tend to use, or if I let my bloom stalks remain on my succulents are going to get deprived of from the nutrients. So I tend to cut it off as soon as I tend to see it. I had another bloom stalk like probably a week or so. I just chopped it off because I do not want my succulent to lose out on the energy. I do not want the mother plant to lose out on the energy and the nutrients from the soil, because when the bloom stalk starts to appear, it is going to take a lot of energy and nutrients from the mother plant. My soil does not have a lot of nutrients, so I do not want to deprive my succulent from nutrients. So apart from that, it's a very fairly easy succulent to grow. If you are a beginner, do add this succulent in your collection. You will not regret. Just give it the basic care requirements what you have been doing, and it's going to work out really well. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.